To compete and win in today's hyper-competitive wine and spirits market, you must be able to generate your own demand, both with the trade and with consumers. How to do that, coming up next. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Ben Salisbury. Our consulting agency helps wineries and craft distilleries improve their sales strategy and sales process. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share it and don't forget to subscribe. My last video was called 3 Ways to Help Your Distributors Help You. And of those 3 points, one of them was how to generate demand, generate your own demand for your wine and spirits products in both the trade and with consumers. I asked if people wanted me to dive deeper on that topic to put comments in the video below. I got a lot of comments and therefore I'm making this video. I realize this strategy is going to be very, very new for a lot of you. If you have spent most of your time relying on distributors to build new distribution, or maybe you yourself are out there on the street calling on accounts, all of that is fine, but there is a new and more modern way to crank up your sales volume and your distribution, and that is to use this wonderful combination of Facebook lead ads and email marketing. Both of these tools work for generating demand in the trade and identifying trade buyers, as well as with consumers. So in this video, I'm going to show you how this works. What you're looking at on my screen here is a spreadsheet with about 35 leads in it. And as you can see from the headings, we know what format these leads came in on, whether it was Facebook or Instagram. We have first name, last name, and email address, which would be about the minimum you would want to collect in leads. But imagine if you had some Facebook lead ads running, trying to attract trade buyers, both on and off premise, to your brand, and those people stop to fill out a little form and hit submit, and you get the email addresses. Same thing with consumers. Then you can take these email addresses and you can use email marketing tools like Constant Contact or MailChimp to begin marketing to these people. I'm going to walk you through the basic process of how this works. Now, there is a learning curve here, and you may need to get some extra help, extra training. And at several points in this video, I'm going to show you how we might be able to help you if that's something you're interested in. But even if you don't take on the extra help, this is going to open your mind to some incredibly powerful and new ways to do business if you are selling wine and spirits. So Facebook lead ads, let's talk about that. You know, a lot of people advertise on Facebook, and really all they're doing is boosting posts. And you think you're so powerful because you can like choose when the ads will launch, you can select a budget, you can kind of choose who it goes to, etc. I have to tell you that while there's some value in boosting posts, it isn't real Facebook advertising. If you don't have a business manager and an ad account that's set up to do real Facebook ads, you're limiting yourself severely. And what you see on the screen here is a little dashboard of an ad account where I'm about to launch an ad and I choose what kind of ad objective I want to go for. And what you see circled in red right here is lead generation. So that's a special type of Facebook ad that allows you to collect email addresses from highly targeted audiences. It's an incredibly powerful tool. And so I'm going to kind of walk you through what this looks like. First, I just want to tell you that what is a lead? When somebody gives you their email address, it has value because these people are basically saying, I'm your target audience. I like your message and I want to let you know I'm interested in your brand. Please put me on your email list and market to me. That's what they're saying. We call this opt-in marketing. This is so much more effective than the push marketing. I mean, imagine if you go out and make 6 sales calls tomorrow, and you're basically, hoping that one of those people or 2 of those people are going to say yes to your product, but it's you pushing your products onto them, you pitching to them, you presenting to them. When you do Facebook lead ads and you put great content and images in front of a Facebook user, they walk towards you. They voluntarily click on your content and fill out your little form. So it's a very, very powerful way to qualify people who are interested in your product. That is what a lead is. This worked for trade buyers as well as consumers. Now, your advertising campaign for the trade will have different messaging and different images. And when you're advertising to consumers to get them to sign up for your wine club or your email list or whatever, that's going to be different messaging. But you run the basic structure of these campaigns are the same. And now that you have their email address, point number 3 on the slide, you can market to them. First of all, they're anticipating it. They want it. You can personalize it. And this is how you nurture these leads to get them to purchase. Now, like I said, there's a bit of a learning curve here, but it's absolutely worth it. This is game-changing stuff. So what do you need to get started? First of all, you need a Facebook business page. And if you don't have a Facebook business page, there's lots of information about how to do this. Well, one of our first online courses, which I'm happy to point you to, is to how to set up your business page, how to set up a business manager, and how to set up an ad account. It also will show you how to put the Facebook pixel on your website. So let me just pause here because I know this could be a bit overwhelming if you haven't spent much time on this. And you might be thinking, let's say you're a salesperson or a sales leader watching this video, and you're thinking, well, this is really the realm of our marketing department. I would tell you that while that may be true for a lot of the direct-to-consumer portions of your business, as a salesperson on the street or a salesperson responsible for a state or a market, you must be able to learn how to do this to generate leads for yourself. So it's not rocket science. With a little bit of training, you can get there. So once you have your Facebook business page, then you create a business manager, then you create an ad account, and you assign the business page to it. This video isn't going to go into the details of how to do that. I have great online courses, very affordable online courses that can help you do that. And if you're interested in that, a little later I'm going to give you my email address, and so you can send me an email and say, hey, I want more information about these courses. I want to take a look at these courses. I want to see what it costs and how to get started. So I'm happy to do that. But that's not really the purpose of this video. I just want to show you how to generate demand using these tools. Also, you'll need a privacy policy on your website, because to run Facebook lead ads, you have to put a link to your privacy policy. So if your company does not have a privacy policy on their website, that's something that they're going to need to do. Once again, I have some great templates about privacy policies that I'm happy to share with you for free. And these resources can be found on our website, salisburycreative.com. So this is my email address. If you want to say, hey, I'm interested in online courses, you can also visit my website at salisburycreative.com and download some free resources there to kind of get you started on this journey. So how does this work? This is the basic schematic. You run Facebook lead ads, and I'm going to show you what this looks like in a minute. I'm going to show you some actual ads and some actual lead forms. Now, the Facebook lead ad, when the consumer or the user, the Facebook user, is scrolling along, they see your ad, they stop and pause and read it. When they click learn more or sign up, or whatever the call to action button is, it opens up a lead form, which you see right here. The lead form is pre-populated with the user's information, depending on how you set it up. We'd like to just do first name, last name, email address, or for trade ads, first name, last name, company name, and email address. This will all be pre-populated, and all they do is click sign up. So the opt-in process is very seamless, and it all happens inside the Facebook app, whether it's desktop or mobile. And now, like you saw at the beginning of this this slide, this is what the retrieval of the leads looks like, and I'm going to show you how to retrieve them in a second. But you can integrate this directly into your email marketing software. So whether you're a MailChimp user or a Constant Contact user or a HubSpot user, these leads automatically come into your email marketing system, and then a welcome email gets fired off automatically. The welcome email is very typically, welcome, thanks for signing up. We promise to protect your information. In the meantime, take a look around. You can visit our website. You can visit our social media site. You can download some content like fact sheets or wine descriptions or cocktail recipes if you're a distillery. So this all happens automatically. And if they open or click on the first welcome email a week later or 4 days later, however you set it up, they'll get a second email. And then a few days later or a week later, they'll get a third email. You can set up this whole string. It happens automatically. This right-hand part of this graph is what we call nurturing the leads. You want to build a relationship with these people once they've signed up with you. So this is really, really powerful stuff. Now, we recommend Constant Contact. I like to use Constant Contact. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video where you can get a discount and get started with Constant Contact if that's something you want to do. Full disclosure, we're an affiliate partner of Constant Contact, so I do get a very small commission if you go that route, but it does save you money, and I use the tool myself. That's the tool I use. I endorse it. So there you go. So here's the tricky part, is creating an ad. And I really can't teach you how to create Facebook ads in one short video like this. Like I said, we're going to have online courses for this. But in the meantime, I want you to see what the process looks like. I want you to see what the ads look like so you can have a real clear vision of what's going on. This is a Facebook ad creation process. This is taken from Perry Marshall, who we believe is the definitive Facebook advertising guru. We read all his stuff. We sign up for his blogs, and he has a book called, I think it's called A Complete Guide to Facebook Advertising or something to that effect. But basically, you come up with a hook, and maybe for a winery, the hook is, hey, support women-owned businesses, or support your small local winery. Or if you're a distillery, maybe it's, support craft distilleries, support your local craft, some kind of a hook. Then you write your ad copy. It can be long or short, and I'll show you an example. From that, your headline tends to kind of pop out, and then you go choose an image. So this is a really great process for creating new Facebook ads. Here, let's look at some examples. So one of our clients is Sacred Hill Wines of New Zealand. We started doing some lead generation ads for them here in the US. We've had some good success with it. These are some of the hooks that we looked at. And some of these will work for wineries or distilleries. You'll get the idea. So on the left-hand side, it says some hooks for small makers. Support family wineries, support local distilleries. A good trade hook is surprise and delight your guests. One of the good reasons for restaurants to support small brands is you're never going to see these brands through most big distributor houses. There's just much bigger brands that take priority. So if you're a small family winery and a small independent producer of craft spirits, you must be able to talk directly to the restaurants yourself. And they want to support you, and they want to put things on their wine list and their cocktail menu that will surprise and delight guests. So that's a great hook. Stand up for the little guy. This is a great hook. And wines or spirits that you won't find anywhere. These are great hooks upon which to build your ad copy, and then your headline, and then your image. So you don't have to read this whole ad copy now. You can pause the video or look at it later. But from this hook, and I'll just read part of it, we started writing ad copy. Do you buy or serve wines in a restaurant or bar? Ever notice how everywhere you go, you see the same wine brands? So this is the hook. This is what we're trying to hook people into. They finish reading the ad copy. This image is usually what stops the scroll. I love this image. And we use the headline, "Escape the Sea of Sameness." So you see this sea of grapevines. They all are very uniform and look alike. So there's a message here that, you don't have to use the same wines that everybody else is using. So this was a great ad, very successful. Here's what it looks like. So then you jump into the audience. You have to know how to aim these ads at the audience. So let's just talk about trade for a minute. Let's say you have an email list of some trade buyers, or you just do an export of your Google contacts or your Outlook contacts. You can upload this list of buyer contacts to Facebook, save it as a custom audience, and then you can aim your ads at these people. Most people have no clue, and you certainly can't do this for the boosted posts. But then you can create lookalike audiences. So let's say I have in my Outlook, I have 60 or 70 key buyer contact names. I've got their name, first name, last name, I've got their title, their company, and their email address. I upload that to Facebook. There's a special way to do that. I save it as a custom audience, and then I ask Facebook to create a lookalike audience from those people. And most of these lookalike audiences are about 2 million people for the US. And then you can pare it back geographically. But this is powerful, powerful stuff. And then you can add other interests into the audience, like vodka or bartender. And here's something most people don't know. If you look on the right side of this slide, there are interests and audiences inside Facebook's Audience Insights tool, which is only available to real Facebook advertisers. You can literally aim your ads at audiences and interests that are most likely to be the trait. Take the Court of Master Sommeliers or the WSET. These are not necessarily consumer-focused interests. They're very focused for the trade, though. So you have bartenders, restaurant managers, sommeliers all over the country that have interest in these, and you can use them as an audience for your lead ads. You can also go by job title, things like bar manager, restaurant manager. These are, will increase the likelihood that your trade ad is going to get on the Facebook feed of someone who's working in the trade. And then there's also behaviors like small business owners, food and restaurant page admins. There's lots of ways you can go to zero in. So you take your ad, you get your hook, you write your ad copy, you choose an image and a headline, then you get your audience cranked up. And this is what it looks like on the user end. So here's what the ad would look like showing up in the feed. This headline was Wine Factory or Wine Family, Some Things Are Sacred, sponsored by Sacred Hill Vineyards. Do you know if the wines you drink come from a factory or a family? With so many large wine brands dominating the shelves and wine lists across America, it's easy not to support, or it's not easy to support family-owned wineries. Now, when they click more right here, it opens up that long ad copy. And so it really pulls them into the story and the reason for being of this winery, where that is our hook. Support a family winery with real people. When they click sign up, it takes them to the lead form page. And this is pre-populated with whatever information is already in their Facebook profile. So sometimes they have to just type restaurant or package store name right here. They click next, and now you have their lead. Now this lead form is very customizable. You can literally capture any kind of qualifying information that you'd like. There's even a secondary form if you want to further qualify the leads to make sure that they really are interested in signing up for your email program. But look at this ad copy right here. Do you work in a restaurant, hotel, wine shop, or package store? If you'd like to support wine families like ours, please join our email list. We'll keep you posted on new releases, special offers, and provide you with sales support materials. You've got to give people a reason to sign up for your email list. Now, does this work? It absolutely works. Now, you often get in your leads, so here's what it looks like when the leads start to come in. Facebook has a way for you to retrieve these leads. I've blurred it out because I don't want to show you people's names and email addresses. This is how the leads come in. So it's really quite remarkable. Now, you're not going to have 100% closing ratio or success ratio in every lead that comes in, but that's okay. You're going to have enough success where it makes the cost of running these ads worthwhile. And you'll have to play around with the metrics, and you get a lot of great analytics from the Facebook Ads Manager. But this is the process. You run Facebook lead ads, you collect email addresses, and use email marketing to market to these people. It's really quite amazing. So just a couple more tidbits of information. How much does this cost, right? Well, first of all, it costs nothing to open up a business manager and ad account with Facebook, but you do have to budget for the ads themselves. What we like to do is test various ads at like $5 a day each, maybe run 2 ads for a total of $300 a month. When you see how the ads are performing, you can kill the poor performing ads and put more money on the high performing ads. Again, there's a lot to this that I don't want to really go into today. But that would be like a minimum, I think, would be $300 a month to run these ads. Then you need a subscription to Constant Contact or some other email provider like MailChimp. And the cost of this depends on how many email addresses you have. So we work with Constant Contact. Their prices for if you have between 0 and 500 emails, it's going to cost you $45 a month. If you have between 500 and 2,500 emails, it's going to cost you $70 per month. We're also going to provide a link for you, as I mentioned, to get a special discount for getting started with Constant Contact if you want to go down that road. So this is not really very expensive. And if you consider the alternatives to doing this, running around town, using up gasoline, using up time, or traveling, airfare, hotel, rental car, I mean, if you could generate well-qualified leads for your spirits or wine brands, this is really a very high return on investment, that's for sure. And so then the last thing I wanted to share with you are some resources to get you started on your journey. The first thing I would do if I were you is download the Facebook Lead Ads Playbook. If you want to just grab a copy on our website, feel free to do that. There's my web address, salisburycreative.com. Go to the resources page, and let me show you what it looks like. This is my website. You'll go to the resources page right here, and you'll see all these resources. Here's where you download the Facebook Lead Ads Playbook. So I would definitely do that if you want to go down this road. Also, we have one online course ready now and another one that's coming soon. The Getting Started with Facebook Advertising is $99, but it will show you how to set up your business manager, how to set up your ad account, how to put the Facebook pixel on your website, and there's some other great resources in there as well. We have another course coming out, which is a much more in-depth version of what you're seeing here, the generating leads using Facebook lead ads. If you're interested, just pop me an email and let me know. Here's my email address up at the top of the screen right here. And let me know you're interested in finding out as soon as that course is released. It really should be ready in the next couple of weeks here. And today is Halloween, October 31st. So it'll be ready in the next couple of weeks. Also, we have Constant Contact. We have a 30% discount for the first 3 months if you use my link, which is going to be, it's both on the website and also in the description box of this video. Privacy policy. The best way to create a privacy policy for your website is to just copy mine, or you can download mine. So download mine and then just change up the wording to work for you. Now, if you work for a bigger company, you're probably going to want your legal department involved. But if you come to my website, you come down to the bottom here where it says privacy policy, you're welcome to cut and paste this, and then it'll give you an idea of what your privacy policy should say. Very easy to put it as a footer on every page of your website. So that's something you're going to need to do if you want to generate leads using Facebook lead ads. Last two things here, there's just a ton of free YouTube videos on how to do this. You don't need to buy our online courses if you don't want to. You can spend your time just watching a bunch of YouTube videos. So either way, but that's how I learned a lot of this stuff, was watching a lot of YouTube videos. And I mentioned this earlier in the video. This is Perry Marshall's book right here, The Ultimate Guide to Facebook Advertising. This stays on my desk. I use it a lot. And so that would be a great resource for you too. So there you have it. I hope this has been useful. This was not meant to be an overarching how to, execute and run all of these ads. It's meant to show you what these concepts are like and how people are using these things now to generate leads. So I hope it has piqued your interest and you're ready to go to the next level. If you are, we'll be standing by to help you if you need us. Thanks.